Time has passed, but fashion never sleeps. A decade after walking away from runway, Andy Sachs is now a successful investigative journalist with a stable career and a loving partner. But the glamorous world she once escaped starts creeping back when she's asked to cover a fashion corruption scandal. Meanwhile, Miranda Priestly continues to reign over runway, but faces declining readership and fierce digital competitors. The fashion world is no longer what it used to be. Younger influencers, fast fashion, and shifting trends threaten Miranda's empire. Miranda's once unshakable position is now under corporate scrutiny. The unexpected call. Andy receives a surprise call from Nigel, now running his own sustainable fashion label. He invites her to a fashion gala in Paris, hinting that something big is happening at runway. Andy is hesitant. The past still stings, but the allure of Paris and the potential for a major expose convinces her. She agrees to attend, planning to stay emotionally distant. However, deep inside, she's curious about Miranda's current situation. Her partner warns her that reopening old chapters might blur the lines between career and chaos. Reunions and reality checks. At the Paris Gala, Andy is dazzled by the setting, but quickly realizes she's no longer just an outsider. She's respected now. She reunites with Nigel, who admits runway is falling apart and Miranda's losing her influence. When Andy sees Miranda from afar, their eyes lock, an awkward, electric moment. Rumors swirl that the board wants Miranda to retire and replace her with someone more modern. Nigel secretly hopes Andy will interview Miranda for a legacy piece that could change everything. Clash of the Titans. Andy visits the runway office for the first time in years. The space is colder, digitized, and filled with young influencers replacing seasoned editors. Miranda, though still commanding, is noticeably more tired. Age and pressure have taken their toll. They speak in private, and the conversation is taut but civil. Miranda shocks Andy by asking her to write a memoir-style piece that will protect her legacy, and maybe even help her retain power. Andy is torn between journalistic objectivity and personal history. The next Miranda? While Miranda fights to stay in control, the board introduces 𝗨𝗃𝗏, a ruthless fashion tech entrepreneur known for her AI-driven fashion forecasting. 𝗨𝗃 believes Miranda's brand is outdated and is pitching an algorithm-led vision for the future. She quickly earns the favor of the board with promises of profit and innovation. Nigel warns Miranda that 𝗨𝗃 isn't just competition. She's a coup in motion. Miranda starts grooming an unknown assistant in secret, hoping to defy expectations with an unexpected successor. Digging for truths. Andy begins her investigation into the fashion scandal tied to unethical sourcing and exploitation. Surprisingly, the threads trace back to 𝗨𝗃's company. She interviews former workers, designers, and suppliers, uncovering that the sustainability 𝗨𝗃 markets is largely smoke and mirrors. Meanwhile, Andy struggles emotionally as she realizes Miranda, for all her flaws, always fought for excellence and real artistry. The lines between enemy and ally start to blur. The legacy piece. Andy sits down with Miranda for a series of tense, elegant interviews. Miranda opens up about her childhood, how she climbed the industry ladder, and the immense sacrifices she made. She reveals how much she regrets pushing loyal staff like Nigel away, but confesses she had no other way to survive in a male-dominated world. Andy listens, moved and surprised, but wonders if Miranda is being genuine or just playing the game. Either way, the article begins taking shape. The trap. 𝗨𝗃 catches wind that Andy is digging into her company and begins a PR counterattack. She threatens legal action, paints Andy as an obsessed ex-employee, and feeds gossip tabloids about her past. Andy's reputation starts to suffer, and her editor advises her to drop the piece. Andy faces mounting pressure from her boss, her partner, and even friends to walk away. But the fire in her returns, the old runway spark. She decides to fight back. Nigel's gamble. Nigel invites Andy to a secretive fashion preview that he claims will turn the industry upside down. It's a collaboration between aging icons and rising ethical designers. Miranda unexpectedly shows up, she and Nigel have quietly reconciled. Nigel's collection is stunning and received with thunderous applause. The show reminds Andy of what fashion can be: powerful, rebellious, meaningful. Miranda tells Andy that maybe this is how she wants to go out. Not with a fight, but with legacy and dignity. The leaked article. Just as Andy finalizes her expose on 𝗨𝗲𝗃's brand, it's mysteriously leaked online, unpolished and out of context. It backfires, sparking backlash against Andy for sensationalism and career vendettas. Andy suspects someone at Runway or 𝗨𝗲𝗃's PR firm leaked it intentionally. Miranda, who had remained quiet, calls Andy into her office and simply says, "Now you know." They share a moment of mutual understanding. This is the cost of the game they play. The fallout. Andy's reputation takes a hit in the media as headlines spin the leaked article into a personal revenge story. Her editor suspends her pending a formal inquiry, and she's suddenly jobless again. At home, she and her partner argue about her obsession with Miranda and Runway. Alone and demoralized, Andy wonders if she's been chasing the truth or validation. A surprise call from Miranda offers her a lifeline. Come back. Not to serve me, to replace me. The offer. Miranda proposes a radical plan. Andy would become the editor-in-chief of Runway. In return, she must agree to protect the magazine's values, modernize it, and fight 𝗨𝗲𝗃's takeover. Andy is stunned. She never wanted to return to that world. But she also knows 𝗨𝗲𝗃's empire is built on deceit. Miranda warns her, Runway needs someone who understands both worlds. You're the only one who's ever left and still haunted it. Andy takes the weekend to decide. Goes to the past. Andy revisits her past. She meets with Emily Charlton, Miranda's former assistant, now running a PR firm in London. Emily is sharp, successful, and still furious over the past. But she softens, revealing she once admired Andy's courage to leave. They laugh, reminisce, and discuss how Miranda shaped and scarred them both. Emily offers advice. If you're going back in, don't just survive it. Change it. The meeting renews Andy's sense of purpose. The return to Runway. Andy walks into Runway as an equal, not an assistant. The staff is surprised. 𝗨𝗲𝗃 mocks the decision publicly, calling it a nostalgia stunt. But Andy quickly proves herself, streamlining editorial decisions, embracing inclusivity, and reconnecting with fashion's artistic side. The staff is divided. Some adore her, others resist. Nigel returns as creative director, forming an old-new dream team. Miranda, for the first time, watches from a distance, letting go. 𝗨𝗲𝗃 strikes back. 𝗨𝗲𝗃 isn't done. She launches a rival digital platform that partners with influencers and AI-generated trend engines. It gains traction fast. She uses her media empire to smear Runway as elitist, outdated, and out of touch. Runway's advertisers begin to waver. Andy realizes she can't win with just style. She needs a movement. She reaches out to young designers, underrepresented creatives, and sustainability advocates to build a revolution from the inside. The rebranding. Andy unveils a bold rebranding of Runway with a live fashion event titled Voices of the Future. It features global models, accessible fashion, and a digital storytelling experience that goes viral. Miranda watches from backstage, holding back tears. Runway's new edition, the first under Andy's direction, breaks sales records and sparks critical acclaim. The media dubs it the new era of elegance. 𝗨𝗃𝗃 begins to feel the pressure and makes a crucial mistake. Miranda's final lesson. Miranda visits Andy privately one last time. She offers no congratulations, only wisdom. Don't let their applause convince you that you're safe. You're never safe in this world. That's what makes it thrilling. They share a rare smile. Andy realizes she doesn't need Miranda's approval anymore. But Miranda leaves her with one last quote. They will try to wear you down. Don't let them. You're not just wearing Prada now. You are Prada. Exposé complete. Andy publishes the final, fully verified version of her investigative piece, not in a tabloid, but in a respected global journal. It's fearless, naming names and exposing fashion's darkest corners. including 𝗘𝗲𝗃's misdeeds. Public opinion swings dramatically. Brands cut ties with 𝗘𝗲𝗃's empire. She's forced to step down from multiple boards. Andy, now both journalist and editor, reclaims her power and her voice. Healing the divide. Emily returns to join Andy's team, this time by choice. Old rivalries become partnerships. Andy's partner, seeing her triumph and integrity, reconciles with her. They plan a slower, more balanced life outside of the fashion vortex. Miranda officially retires, disappearing into Paris with a quiet farewell and a final runway walk that brings the house down. Nigel celebrates a new renaissance in fashion, and runway is more relevant than ever. Full circle. The movie ends with Andy walking through New York, holding the new issue of Runway, her first true vision as editor-in-chief. A young girl stops her, starstruck, asking for advice on breaking into fashion. Andy smiles and says, "Don't just follow the rules. Rewrite them." She walks off, confident, elegant, and finally at peace with the world she once ran from. The final frame shows a silent message from Miranda. Well done.
To follow it. Along the way, he meets a female saber-toothed squirrel. He instantly forgets the acorn and follows her. The acorn bumps into a tree and cracks open, revealing it was hollow all along. Scrat laughs for the first time. Ice Age Legacy. The movie ends with a wide shot of the herd